Good afternoon and welcome back to the one that Celtic fans view your afternoon, your Monday afternoon edition of the Celtic News. There's breaking news with regards to Paulo Bernardo this afternoon. Yes, Paulo Bernardo. There's breaking news coming out of Portugal on how much Celtic will need to pay for the man that scored this goal.
You can see the width that Abada's given there, just stretching that back line, and Bernardo with a wonderful run right through the heart.
I've got to say,
Look at that pass from Matt O'Reilly, perfectly weighted. And it's the second touch from Bernardo just here to get it out his
absolutely
feet and into his
class.
stride, and then lifting it over the goalkeeper. Stuart Knight's got no chance. It's an absolutely beautiful goal from.
Absolutely cracker of a goal. Now, the fact that Paulo Bernardo's coming into a bit of form, should that worry the likes of Rio Hatate? Rio Hatate is obviously off at the Asia Cup. Could he be one that leaves Celtic this summer because we have an on form and kind of goal scoring asset in Paulo Bernardo? Paulo Bernardo comes from Benfica, and Celtic do have the option to buy the player in the summer. According to Brendan Rodgers, though, it is going to be well within the price range that Celtic are willing to pay for a player. So when you look at how much we got from how much we paid for Benfica for the one and only Jota, we paid around about 6 million for him. It looks like coming right out of Benfica today, and the publication Ebola, they've said that it's going to cost Celtic about €7 million, which is about £6.5 million. So €7 million for Paulo Bernardo. Is that money well spent? And do you think that he's going to get better and better? Do you think that he can go on to be better than what Jota was? And they're two different types of players, but having a player that comes into the midfield and scores goals the way he does and the runs. One of the good things about yesterday also I want to talk about is the width that Louis Palma and Lil Abada gave to Celtic yesterday. Even though when Bucky Thistle went into a sort of back five and a back six at times, they were kind of a bit condensed in the pitch. They weren't going full width of the pitch. And that's something that Celtic obviously picked up on in the game. And Brendan Rodgers making sure that both wingers were stuck right to the sidelines and heading up and down the sidelines, which is something that we've been missing this season. It is something that we've been missing this season. Although we've had Dyson Myra on that side, and he has got all that pace to get past. I think that Louis Palma is going to be looking over his shoulder as when we've got another player that's just come into the team that is a winger. So we're going to have more wingers and we don't know what to do with. But the one and only, you've got to take your hats off to him. What a goal he scored yesterday. The one and only little guy for Portugal. He's came in. He's not had his chance at the beginning of the season. He's grabbed his chance the last 4 games before the winter break. Players like him don't come along very often to Celtic, and when they do, Celtic really need to take up that option to buy. Playing him alongside Matt O'Reilly is just going to be absolutely phenomenal towards for the rest of this season. It's going to be the injury woes that we had at the beginning of the season with the like Hatate out injured. I think Paulo Bernardo's now stepped up to the mark, and it'll be interesting to see how good a run of games he gets to the end of the season. You've got to remember, Paulo Bernardo came through came right through the ranks from Benfica. He came through from under 15, came through from juvenile to under 15, under 17, under 19, under 23s, and then the Benfica B team. He did go out on loan, and the transfer market has him valued at anything between 3 and 5 million. I reckon that's more likely what Celtic are likely want to pay for the player. But we'll see. Will they have that hefty sell-on clause? I think they definitely will do. I definitely think they'll want a big hefty sell-on clause, just like they did with Jota. Now that we've had the afternoon edition of the Celtic News, we're going to talk about everything VAR on the live tonight. 6 o'clock Celtic part time. We're doing the live. Make sure you join us and just have a blather about everything Celtic and the news of the day. And also we'll talk about the game yesterday and those VAR decisions.